Okay, so I believe we can start this webinar, and I'll introduce myself. My name is Liran Benisti, and I'm managing the Department of Research and Development in Shalva. And I've been in contact with, I think, all of you, all the people here, in a matter of consultation and being with you in the beautiful journey of creating a place like Shalva or adopting models of Shalva in your countries. So I'm very honored and happy to be in this webinar. It's just the start of helping us being connected, even though we're far away from each other. And I'll introduce soon the speakers, but I would like, first of all, to introduce you to a man that you probably know, Mr. Rabbi Kalman Samuels, who is the president of Shalva and just landed from far away. So we're very happy, Kalman, that you're with us and very honored that you had time to speak. If you can, please, few words of blessing to all those beautiful people around here that found time to study and try to create, to bring the light of Shalva to their countries. So.
Thank you, Lidon. It's wonderful to be here. And I know some of the faces. How are you? Those who I know. And those who I don't know, it's wonderful to hopefully get to know you. And Liron, I would suggest that everyone introduce themselves at least at the outset to know which country they're from, who they are. But this is a beginning, and we're here to share and to hope that in some way together we can improve services on all parts of the world. And I'm delighted to have Liron with us, and of course Noah and Amir, who will be presenting. And I look forward to listening and learning just like everybody else. So Liron, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kalman. Really, I really appreciate the time and the good words. I will introduce you to Noah Itzhari. Maybe you want to introduce yourself, and then Amir, and then we'll continue to all the other participants, and then we'll start with your lecture, Noah.
You can introduce me.
Let's go for it. So Noah is the manager of the daycare in Shalva, and she also manages all the area of Snoozland. She will explain exactly what's this weird word, Snoozland. She will explain where it's coming from. And she will give you also very practical tips tonight about adopting the Snoozland ideas in your places. So thank you, Noah, for being with us. Soon we'll come back to you. Amir, Yemini, you want to introduce yourself?
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, good evening, everyone, or good morning or afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Amir. I'm a speech language pathologist. I work with kids with special needs, with all of the variety of them here in Shalva Center. I work with kids with communication disorders like ASD, autism, and language disorders. That's pretty much about me.
Thank you very much, Amir. Thank you for joining us tonight and for the lecture that you're going to give about the communication board, which is very practical. By the way, we looked for practical ideas that you can take from here and start thinking how you can use them, or maybe use them tomorrow. And also, the goal of this webinar is to offer you an opportunity to continue and learning with us later on. Right now, we offer these two ideas of the Snoozland and the communication, but we are going to have more webinars that we're going to offer more models or more practical ways of treating, and you can choose in whatever thing that you want to continue studying with us with the Shalva Institute. We'll be very, very happy to have you and to continue the beautiful journey that you're doing. So I think I'll start with Brazil. Go for it and introduce yourself. So I saw Maya, and now I see and I saw Ana Rita. So whoever wants to speak and introduce what you've done.
Hi everyone, I'm Maya. I'm from Brazil. We have a center named Chemish. I've had the privilege to visit Shalva for a few days, so it's very nice to see you guys and talk to you again. And we actually opened our center in September last year, so it's kind of brand new, but we've been growing more and more. And it's nice always to learn. We do have a snoozelen room in Chemish because when I went to Shalva, I was like, that's amazing. We need to have something like this. So
I
I'm very
remember
excited.
speaking. We spoke,
Yeah,
right? We spoke.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember. Yeah. Hi, how are
yeah.
you? So
I'm fine. What
happy.
about
So
you?
happy to hear.
Yeah, me too.
Great. It's good to see you, Maya.
Good to see you too.
ומאיה מדברת עברית, אז
כן, גם.
שהיא לא תעבוד עליכם, היא יכולה לדבר עברית מעולה.
יותר קל לפעמים.
Ana Rita, you want to say something about yourself?
Yes, I'm Ana Rita from
By the way,
Brazil.
Maya, I'm sorry, Maya is a psychologist, right? You finished
Yeah.
studying.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I'm the coordinator of Shemesh with Maya, and we are very happy to be here with you. As Maya said, we have a snoozling room, and it's very exciting to learn more about it. And we are actually with 15, 14 kids, and we just beginning with only 4. So it's growing, and we are very happy about it.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Slovakia, Susanna, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, just a second. Okay, do you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. My English not so well. Maybe I can talk in Hebrew.
Go for
It's
it.
more easy for me.
We'll translate.
אוקיי, אז אני חושבת שנפגשתי גם עם נועה, נכון? עם מתי, בעצם הבן שלי מתי, הוא היה מטופל בשלווה, לירון היא הכי עוזרת לי בעולם, עם הבן שלי, כי אנחנו פה באמת בעולם שלישי, אז...
I will just translate for the people who don't speak Hebrew. Susanna is a great person and a great mother of a child with autism. And Slovakia, unfortunately, there are no services there for children with autism or with disabilities. And she came a few times to Israel just to get some services and get some ideas. And she's the most amazing person because thanks to her, they opened a kindergarten for children with autism. It was open for a while. I'm not sure it continued, but she did the first step to bring the light to Slovakia, and we're very thankful for this.
Yes, also now in this webinar, we have our manager and also another therapist here. I see them. So maybe they can also say a few words about the situation in Slovakia and how we everybody try to learn something also from Shalva and try to bring things from Shalva to Slovakia.
We'd
Yes,
love to
hello.
have delegations of people, of staff members, of families that will come to Shalva. We can share the knowledge with you. We can teach, and we can learn from you as well. I believe so. So thank you, Susanna. תודה רבה. If there are staff members אצלכם שרוצים לדבר, so תגידי לי מי. את השמות אני לא מעיזה אפילו לבטא.
Pani Dagmar, chcete povedať niečo? Možno by bolo fajn.
Môžeme kľudne. Počujete nás?
Áno.
Yes, good evening.
Hello.
We are here from the school. We are learning the Mati in the school. We have the school and also the kindergarten for children with various disabilities. We open also the counseling center, which is now over 500 clients we have. And in the school, we have 130 children in the kindergarten and also the school. So we want to learn something now and know everything what we can from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing, and we're very proud of you. And you add light in this world, and it's amazing. I'm sure that you help many families and many kids, children. So thank you for this.
Thank you also.
I see Shinali from Sri Lanka. That's amazing. It's been a long
Yeah,
time since we spoke. I'm
yes.
very happy that you joined us.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Dr. Iran. So first of all, I hope you all are safe.
Thank you. You
And
reminded me that we're in the middle of war. I forgot
yeah,
it for a few minutes because I was speaking with all of you. I was so excited and happy, so I forgot the war. In case that we have siren, we will, of course, go to the safe room, but let's hope that we'll have a quiet time. Thank you, Shinali.
no. So I'm Shinali from Sri Lanka. And I think my husband last year came and visited you all, and he was sharing a lot of things from with me. So I'm a preschool teacher. So my vision is to open up a Shalva in Sri Lanka. There are so many children who needs help. So though there are institutes who are providing so many facilities, but not to the level that Shalva is operating. So my dream is to open up a similar place in Sri Lanka so that I can make these children somewhat productive, someone who can contribute something to the society. So thank you so much, Dr. Leron, to invite me. I hope I will learn something from this and hope to see you all and come to Shalva and continue from there onwards. Thank you so much.
I'm still waiting for you guys to come.
Yes.
You will. Bezrat Hashem, we say. Please
Yes.
God. I see the last one is Chaya Biskel. You want to introduce yourself? You're from Israel, but originally from other place. So if you want to share with us.
Liron, actually, I am using my
Okay,
wife's
it's
picture.
Chaim Biskel. Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry that
it's
I
her
cannot put
husband.
my camera because I am in the bunker with pajama. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. It's okay. We forgive you. But if you want to say a word, otherwise
Yeah,
we'll start the
just
lectures.
just to say that I'm very happy about this meeting, and it's a privilege for everybody here to learn from you and to has the merit to listen and to learn from Dr. Liron. Is the brain of Shalva that
Thank you.
helps
I'm not going
thousands
to be
of
the
people.
speaker today, but thank you so much, Chaim. Thank you very much. We have other brains here, very professionals, and thank you for being with us. And you're invited to here. We are all learning
Who
all the
is there?
time.
Kalman is there also, right?
Kalman is here, and the speakers are Noah Itzhari and Amir Yamini, and we will let them start their lectures. And thank you, and stay safe,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I will let Noah, right? You want to start or Amir, whoever? Okay. So Noah, go ahead. You start, okay?
Hi, good evening. Good evening,
And
good morning, good afternoon. 1 second. I will share my screen with you. How many minutes do I have, Liron?
about 15.
15. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure that you all can. 1 minute.
But it's a good question, Noah. I will also tell everybody we'll start with 15 minutes of Noah's lecture, and then we'll continue with the more 15 minutes of Amir's lecture. And at the end, if you have questions, then we'll open it for questions. Otherwise, we'll say goodnight. So go for it, Noah.
Okay, so good evening and good afternoon and good morning and hi from Israel. My name is Noah Itzhari, and I'm the head manager of the Snoozland department at Shalva and also the early day care. I'm very happy to be here with you. If you have any questions, please ask. If you want to share something about Snoozland therapy from your center, please share. So we're going to begin. So Snoozland, what is Snoozland? We can see beautiful pictures on the screen. Before we're going to talk about what is exactly Snoozland and the meaning of the word, and a little bit about the sensory profiles of children with disabilities, what can we see from the pictures that are on the screen right now? Like, what is the feeling that you get?
Comfortable.
Comfortable. Thank you, Liron. More?
to get the child to
Anyone?
feel the environment that he's in?
Again, I couldn't hear.
To feel the environment that he's in?
To feel the environment. Thank you. More. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Calm, relaxation, maybe.
Calm, relaxation, environment. I like what you said about feeling the environment. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How the environment איך הוא משפיע?
Influence.
Influences. Sorry, my English is good, but I'm going to need a little bit of help. How the environment influences children with and people with disabilities, and how much it's so important that we are aware about about the sensory environment for these children. Okay, so this you can see on the screen now. This is a picture of a kind of a regular snoozlin room. We have all kinds of objects, sensory objects. Okay, and if you write in that today, Google AI, Google Scholar, you can find a lot of information about what is snoozlin rooms. It is a sensory, multi-sensory environment, sort of therapy. A little bit about the history. So it was founded in Holland by two therapists, music and art therapists, and I was very privileged to meet Ad Verhul, who's one of the founders. We're WhatsApp buddies. He actually came to Shalva a few years ago, and we work together. And I tell him all about what we do in the snoozing therapy, and how much we learn and we research about it. And so he's part of what we do here at Shalva, but he was one of the people that founded it. The goal was to increase enjoyment, sensory experience, change of environment, to help people with disabilities. It started out as a tent, a sensory tent. If you write in Google sensory tents, you can see all kinds of really interesting ideas. And what they really wanted to do is to help people with disabilities through working with their senses, with their senses. And they saw that the result was very, very positive also for verbal people that were verbal and people that were non-verbal. And that's how it began. Snoozlin is a contraction of two words. Snoofelen is to sniff, like what's going on, like what is in this place, like to awaken the brain, the senses. And to doozelen is to doze, to relax. So from one hand we're relaxing, and then the other hand we're also like exploring. So that's the meaning of the word snoozelen. Today, if you look it up, you'll find all kinds of research that they do about snoozelen all around the world, but they also call it multi-sensory environment, MSC, and now it's like called a real therapy. So it's a therapy for people with autism and other developmental abilities, brain injury, dementia. There's a lot of research about people with dementia and snoozlin. And it could be a big room, it could be a small room, but you have to have the right equipment to treat the patients that you work with. So here's Ad and Kalman, and that's me showing one of the snoozlin rooms we have at Shalva. And we also train students. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So there are two approaches, how to use the room, how to use the equipment, how to work in this therapy. First of all, it's a tool for achieving a specific and measurable educational therapeutical goals. So we're talking about OT, PT, therapists, teachers. Even Amir did the snoozlin course here at Shalva, and he works with children in the snoozlin room as a speech therapist. So he can also talk a few minutes about that. It's also interesting. So we can use the snoozing room as that, or relaxation and leisure time for people with severe disabilities. And it gives people a sense of control over their lives, and what they want and what they feel right now. Relax to relax and to explore. And also, it's very important that in the room there's always a caregiver, a snoozland therapist who guides the therapy. You never let a child or a grown up alone in the snoozland room. It's always with a snoozland therapist. So when we talk about snoozland, we say it's for all ages, for all abilities, early years, mental health, autism. We said brain injury, the elderly. There are all kinds of different approaches. Let's see. 1 second. 1 minute. How do I go back? Okay. So we have all kinds of different sensory effects and equipment in the room. So there's all kinds of lighting effects like projectors that you see in the picture here. There are also all kinds of tactile experiences that you can touch and feel, different kinds of sensory activities that you can do. You see the ball pool here. It's also tactile and also visual, works on the visual sense. And you can see on the left, there's a picture of a waterbed. So that also is tactile, gives the child a sense of where they are, proprioception, נכון, לירון? Proprioception, sense. And there are all kinds of cause and effect items that we can switch on, like things that the children can touch and press, and then you get a feedback, a sensory kind of feedback. All kinds of toys that they can that people can control with pressing. All kinds of mats and pillows and bean bags and sound effects and music. We work a lot of time with music in the room, nature sounds, animal sounds, all kinds of music. Okay. So we know that this experience takes place in a specific physical environment. I said it could be small, it could be big. We're very client centered. We think, oh, what does this child need? Oh, what does this a person with disabilities? What's kind of stimulation do they need? It has to be really client approach. What does this child need? And we have to think about the sensory profile. It's also in this newsroom room, we always look for communication with the patient, and we know that the sensory environment is not positive and it's not negative. Some children with disabilities don't enjoy this newsroom room. It can make them feel not comfortable. So we have to always check the sensory profile of the child together with the OT, to make sure that we know that we're giving the right sensory input for this patient. At Shalva, we have all kinds of therapies. Occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, music, snoozland, hydrotherapy. Okay, there are all kinds of types of therapy. So it's very important to know that in this big range of therapies that we offer, also we have the snoozland room. At Shalva, we have 4 snoozland rooms, and we have different equipment like we talked about before: water mattresses, vibrating seats, pillows, sound, light, fiber optic cables, all kinds of light tunnels, bubble tubes. Okay, we have all that equipment. And I'm gonna explain a little bit what we do in the different חומרים חינוכי, in the different educational programs. So we have a program called Me and My Mommy, the early intervention, age birth till 18 months. And you can see the pictures here, the babies and the toddlers in the snoozland room with the therapist, with the mother, with the father, with the family. All these pictures are not from Google, they're our Shalva children. I worked with this family that gave birth to two twins with CP. And after working with them in the snoozling room, I asked them, please tell me what your experience was. Please tell me a little bit how it was for you being treated in the snoozling room. So they said like this: the experience in the snoozling room creates quality time, relaxation for us together as a family. We feel safe in this room, and this weekly timeout that is so important for our functions as parents for two babies with disabilities. The elements of the stimulation in the room allows our twin babies to perform variety of physical therapy exercises with no stress. And the special sensory objects help their brain integrate their senses through movement. So that I think they mentioned all the aspects that's part of what we do at Shalva, is we think about not only the child with the disability, working on physical goals, speech goals, or whatever goals we want to work on, all the developmental goals, but we also think about the family. Okay, that the fact that they said that the experience in the room gives them quality time and relaxation for us together as a family. For me and for I think all our staff here at Shalva, and what we believe in is a very big deal, because we can help children with disabilities and people with disabilities and to achieve their goals, their developmental goals. But if we can work with the family as one and see the family as one and help them, and that's a very, very big thing. So in the daycare, we also have children that
you
come
have
into Shalva.
no, you have 5
Yeah,
more minutes, Derek. So
5 minutes. Okay.
if you can please
Okay.
use them also for practical things, so people will
Yeah.
continue tomorrow thinking about about the snoozle, about Shalva.
Okay. I will show you. Can you see the video? Do you see the video?
No. You have
No.
to
Do you see the
רגע,
pictures?
רגע,
The
רגע,
pictures?
רגע. The pictures, yes.
Okay. So this is you can see the pictures, the children that we work with in the daycare, the OT, the PT, and how the sensory objects are really, they're very helpful. Also for the staff, gives them a lot of different interesting ideas how to work in the room. You can see baby massage. That's a big thing that we like to do at Shalva. We do massage in the snoozing room, which gives a lot of stimulation for the children, for the babies. So that's one thing I recommend. Also for the older kids, not full body massage, yeah, but like the hands and the feet, and to awaken the senses. I would like to hear Anna Rita, how you work in the snoozling room. That would be very interesting if you can please share. Um, would you like to share? We can't hear you.
Anna Rita, you're muted.
Oh,
Anna Rita, you're
still muted.
muted. If you want to speak, please unmute yourself.
No,
1
now
minute.
I get.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Sorry about
Okay.
it.
No, it's okay.
Uh-huh. In Shemesh, we take children when they are with some kind of dysregulation, and then
Yes.
we took them to the sluzzling room to be calm and comfortable, because sometimes they have some explosive behaviors, and
Yes.
it's not
And
okay.
what do you see and what happens with the children that you work with in the snoozing room? Like, do you see that they feel better afterwards? You see
Yeah.
achievement in different yeah? Wow.
Yeah, they feel very,
Okay.
very better. There is an example that we always say to everybody. There is a little child that they enter into the ball pool. Is that
The
is
ball pool, yeah, yeah.
yes, the ball pool, and go down, 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 down.
Down. And all the
Yes.
balls on top of the child. Yes, yes.
Yes, and then after 1 or 2 minutes, he came back as a new person. It's very interesting to see.
Yes, yes. Thank you for
He always
sharing.
do
That's one of the
this.
big, yes. So that's exactly what snoozing is to let the children regulate their senses even by themselves, just in the room with the
Yeah.
sensory objects. That's a great story. I'm happy that you guys have the snoozing room. Maya,
Yes,
you want to
and
say
this
something
and
about it?
But
sorry,
no,
Maya.
no, no, I just
No, 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 Anna Rita, please finish.
Sorry. No, it's just a compliment. Because this little child is nonverbal, and now he is learning some words. And then when he saw the water column, the water,
Yes.
how I say,
The
um,
bubble tube, the bubble
the
tube.
bubble tube,
yeah, yeah.
yes, the bubble tube, yes. There are little fishes, and in Portuguese we say peixe. So he looks
Oh,
and points to the fishes and say peixe,
he,
peixe.
wow,
It's so beautiful. It's amazing to see.
wow, wow, wow. So Amir's gonna talk about speech, but yes, that's an amazing story. Thank you for sharing. Mai, would you like to
Oh,
say a
my
word?
pleasure, Maya.
Thank you,
No,
Ana
yeah,
Rita.
that's it. We love the kids, they go to we have like one floor that we have most of the rooms, and the snoozing room is in the floor. We need to keep it locked because all of the children, they come up and they run to the room just to see if it's open. They love it. And it's amazing. We can really see how the kid goes inside the room and then how he leaves. It's really amazing.
Wow. You
Yeah.
should do a research about that and share it with me, please. I
Yeah.
would love
Mm-hmm.
to be part of it.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
if you can use first of all, Anna Rita and Maya, thank you for sharing. It really sounds amazing. I'm so proud of you. No, if you can, in the minute that you have left, please give a tip to also centers here that don't have snoozle room. What they can do tomorrow to use sensory items in their places. How to make a sensory
Okay.
room,
How?
even if not a real snoozle.
Okay, so first of all, you should be very you should thinking about the environment that the children are based in, are in. If it's a classroom, if it's a room in their house, just to like start thinking about what does this environment do to to the child? Is the light too bright? Is something visually uncomfortable for the child? If it's too much information for the child, to start being aware of different environments. I'm very, I have problem with light, okay, lighting. So like my office is always dark. So my staff knows that I have sensory issues with light. So it's always dark. So I'm saying like try to be to be more aware of the environment and the classroom and the place that the children with disabilities are in. Try to make it calm and not a lot of too many pictures on the walls, not crazy colors, not things jumping, not so bright lights, like to try to be really aware of the environment. That's one thing that's very important because awareness is a lot. The second thing is also you can buy online all kinds of sensory objects that the children or people with disabilities can use, different kinds of balls that have different textures, slinkies, different kinds of objects that give sensory input on for the hands, on the feet, on the back, and try to see if the child responds to it and enjoys it. Also, try to speak to the OT and the PT to try to work together and see to build the sensory profile for the child, what he enjoys more, what less, what makes him feel good and happy and calm, and try to work with different sensory objects. And again, online you can write a multi-sensory environment, sensory objects, how to build a home snoozlin room, a home snoozlin tent. There's so much information how to really to do it, even if you don't have a snoozlin room. Okay, so that's those are the tips that I can give. At Shalva, we teach. You can see in the pictures we give snoozlin courses. And people also learn in the classroom, and also you can see their workshops in the snoozlin room, trying to think how we can help people with disabilities. We give all kinds of different ideas. So that's what we do. So we have courses, and we can also give you more information. Liron will probably talk to you about that later. So there's an option to learn with us in Shalva. I like this. This is the end of my presentation, but you can see on the left side a picture from an old snoozlin room. It's a child with Down syndrome, and the caregiver is holding him on the waterbed. And you can see that the objects are different than the snoozing rooms that are built today. So it's then and now, okay? And on the right side, you can see a person with disability from Shalva who has Down syndrome, who's doing a heart, enjoying his time in the snoozlin room, just relaxing and having fun and communicating and smiling. And, just to let, I think the biggest thing is the snoozlin room really lets the children be who they are and show us what they need. Like you said, Anna Rita and Maya, they tell us their story. In the snoozlin room, we're here to listen and to help them. And I think that's a very big thing. Yes. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can contact me. I can give Liron, I'll give you the email. You can send if they have any
You can write it
questions.
on the chat.
I'll write
You
it
can
on the
write it on the
chat.
chat
And
so people
again,
can
yeah, I'll write it
contact
on
you.
the chat. Okay. And if you can really look up in Google, and in Pinterest, there's so much information about snoozlin out there, and I would love to for you to share with me and to hear from you.
Thank you so much,
And
Noah.
thank you for
It's
listening.
very interesting.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And we'll continue to Amir, our speech and pathologist, you said they call it?
Professional name is speech language pathologist, but the well-known one is speech therapist. So can you see the presentation?
Now we see it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So I want to talk about speech and about alternative way to talk, to produce speech. So as I have mentioned before, I'm a speech language pathologist. I work with kids with special needs like Down syndrome, etc., and also with kids at school here in Shalva Center at the first grade with the autism. They have autism. So connecting worlds through accessible communication. I want to start with an image of a woman. You can also have a look. This woman is talking, right, in a phone with her friend or with her kid, I don't know, but you can see how many things she can do while she's talking, right? She can lock the car, hold her baby, look at the receipt of the grocery store, hold the keys of her house, all those things while speaking. So we can see that the speech, our ability to talk, is very effortless and very efficient, right? as humans, our ability to speak separates us from the animal kingdom. It's our ultimate tool, right, for conveying messages. So I talked about doing several things at once. And also, the speech, our ability to talk, reaches beyond the here and now, right? We can have phone calls or voice messages or Zoom meeting like we're attending right now. In addition, the speech is very, very efficient. The average speaker puts in 120 words per minute. Okay, that's a lot of content, a lot of information. So I want to talk about the three main advantages of the speech for us. The first one is fast. The speech happens at a very, very rapid and continuous pace. The second advantage is abstract. Our words are invisible, sounds representing complex ideas. And the third one is transit. Our speech is transit. Once a word is spoken, it disappears instantly into the air. For us, it's very, very good and efficient. But for our children, okay, here in Shalva, children with special needs, this is disadvantages, okay? All of the advantages that I talked before are disadvantages for kids with special needs. Instead of fast, the kids requires slow. They need extended processing time, slow pace, and highly repetitions for them to understand. And also, instead of abstract, they requires visualization, concrete images, rather than invisible words, okay? This is a clue for the communication boards, okay, that you saw at the beginning here, the symbols. And also, instead of translate, there requires lasting, continuous, long exposure materials. All of these necessary changes in speech and communication are called accessibility. So how do we take that big phrase, big word, accessibility, and get it down to earth? Okay, let's see. I want to introduce you a new phrase, maybe AAC, okay? This is a tool to build a bridge between typical speech and the child's understanding that we saw before. It's not very much good as we have. AC was created specifically to replace the fast, the abstract, and the fleeting nature of speech with a system that is visual. Okay, you can see that. It's lasting and allows for a slow, comfortable processing pace. Okay? So we have three different levels of technological levels of AAC. The high-tech doesn't mean it's better than the low-tech and the no-tech. This is the three levels, and we use all of them together. So the no-tech AAC, it's printed communication boards, physical photo cards, symbol books, no battery required. Okay? So even hand gestures like I'm using right now, it's no-tech AAC. Okay? Like I can say hello, and I use my hand gestures as a no-tech AAC. The low-tech are simply battery-operated devices, single messages buttons, and static recording boards. Okay, it's very, very simple. And the high-tech AAC are dynamic screen softwares, tablets like iPads that we use a lot here in Shalva, and dedicated speech generating computers. Okay? So by using the AAC, we can manage to get to the core purposes of communication, okay? The core purposes of communication remains the same. Our kids, our children can still having the ability to express their needs and wants, okay? They can ask for help, request some items that they want, or saying, no, I don't want it. They can still have social connections, like greeting others, making friends, and participate in planned social routines. And also, they can share information, like answering questions in class, telling stories to their friends and family, and share personal thoughts. Now, I want to show you a video of mine. Me and my patient here in Shalva. He's a student with autism. He's nonverbal most of the time. He barely uses words for communication, and he's well aware for the communication board on the table. Okay, he's kind of an expert, not that much of an expert, but he's an expert. And I had a meeting with him, and we used the communication board to have a playful time with a balloon. So have a look. I just want to make sure that you hear the video. So just tell me if you can hear it or not. Shomim, you can hear the video? Can you hear it? No? Okay. Wait. Okay. Now tell me.
בלון אדום גדול לנפח.
בלון אדום גדול לנפח. אתה רוצה?
אני רוצה. גדול. אני רוצה. גדול.
וואו, אתה רוצה גדול.
גדול. לנפח. אני רוצה. גדול. לנפח.
כן.
לנפח. 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 לקשור.
לקשור. לקשור. תראה.
אני רוצה לקשור בלון אדום. אני רוצה לקשור בלון אדום.
כן, אתה רוצה לקשור בלון אדום. וואו. קשרתי. מה עושים עכשיו?
תתפוצץ.
וואי.
Okay, so that was the video. You can share your thoughts maybe later. I hope you enjoyed it. So you can see that our communication boards that in that video I used an iPad. We can use it to help children to express themselves, not by speech, by different ways. And also it helps them to comprehend things, okay? To process things other than us, okay? They need the visual board. All right. So in summary, building accessibility requires deliberate effort, okay? Accessibility is slow. You saw it. The communication via the board was very, very slow, okay? Cumbersome and take up physical and mental space. We had a big board between us. It's not natural. It was slower for me. You can see how rapid I talk. For staff, for us, adapting to this pace and managing these tools can often feel like a pain. But what is a pain for us is a gift for the children, okay? For children with IDD, this cumbersome accessibility is the ultimate gift, the gift of being heard, understood, and connected to the world. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can ask me now.
Thank you, Amir. It was very interesting. Although I still think that occupational therapists are better than speech therapists. No, really, it's amazing to hear. Thank you so much. And really, it's open for all of you to ask questions. And as I mentioned a few times, whoever wants to continue, like for a longer session and to study with our stuff is invited to contact us. So whoever wants to ask.
Yeah, I gotta say that the AAC world and the communication boards world is very, very wide. It takes a long time to understand it. So it was just a taste for the accessibility world. If you have any questions, I'm here.
Everybody here knows everything. I'm just inviting you because if you feel embarrassed or something like this, this is the most accepting audience you can have. So really feel free. We will give 2 minutes for questions also for Noah, if you want. And Noah just sent her email address on the chat. And I'll write my email address as well. And if you have a questions, then you can ask me also later, and we'll come back to you with an answer if we have it.
So, Dr. Liron, I have a question to Amir. If the child is blind, how does this operate? Like, how does this apply with the speech if the child is blind?
Okay, this is a very good question, actually. There is special tools for kids to communicate if they're blind. Of course, it depends if they have speech or motor issues specifically, or if they're have ASD. Okay, depends. But there is very, very special tools for kids with blindness. Uh, the most common ones are the ones that they can touch things. Okay, to touch things, to look for the buttons and press them. Okay, and they'll know it by the time. Plus, there is different types of blindness, right? There is completely blindness. This is one thing, and there is halfway blindness, and there is very, very special communication boards with high contrast and separated symbols for not completely blindness. So this is a short answer for that, but it is a good question though.
Thank you, Amir.
Anybody else? By the way, there are okay, so Amir explained a little bit about low tech and high tech. So what you just saw is called high tech, right? Because you
Right, this is high tech. But
okay.
it doesn't mean, I remind you, it doesn't mean that this is better than the no tech, okay? Not every time I got the iPad to pop out of the air and to communicate with our children, right?
As you
sometimes
mentioned,
I need
it's also slower than regular communication. So because it's slower, maybe sometimes you prefer no tech.
Yeah. And also I have the no tech here on my body, right? In the middle of the class, the students start crying and I have my hand gestures, right? I can say he's sad, okay, or together, or thank you. This is a no tech AAC. So this is better in different situations.
Yes. I'd like to say just one thing for Amir. Noah, I'd like to talk with you for 3 weeks long, but now I'm gonna be short, okay? Amir, we are how can I say? Sorry, sometimes the English, the words get out the way. We began with our child, non-verbal, to say, as you said, with our hands. So yes, no, okay, and that's it. Wait, I want. It's before the AAC, okay, because it's a easier way to communicate, and then the parents can do the same. Okay, I want to know what you think about it, if it's correct, or if we need to go rightly to AAC.
Okay, so I just want to say first that the hand gestures are also AAC, right? This is not speech,
Okay.
it's alternative way to communicate. So the hand
Okay.
gestures are also AAC.
Okay.
And I want to say that we have to combine both, right? So
Okay.
this is the basic vocabulary, the hand gestures, like thank you or more or together or sad. This is a basic vocabulary. But if we want to provide the kid a wide vocabulary, we have to provide him a communication board with all the symbols, because this is very, very hard to remember all of the vocabulary but just by hand gestures, right? How do you say tea or coffee? It's very, very hard to remember everything. In addition, it's very hard to manage all the hand gestures motor-wise, okay? For example, I don't know if you know what hummus is, but this is the hand gesture of hummus. This is very hard to do motor-wise, okay? Look at my hands. So not every child could present hand gesture like that. So I believe, and not just me, that we have to combine both the low tech and the high tech.
Okay.
Everything in every AAC in the right place. But I think it's a good question, Anarita, and I think that AAC is a must in a special needs institution.
Okay. תודה רבה.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can I ask also something?
Sure, who's speaking?
We have a child who does not respond to tablet or laptop or something like that. So do you think that combination of some techniques or gestures or what should help us with the child?
This is a very complicated question. First of all, I want to know, what does this child have? Does he have autism, or does he have Down syndrome?
Yeah, autism.
Autism. And what about the cognitive functional level?
Children autism.
Children autism with
Low.
cognitive.
Yeah, low.
And also a cognitive. Does he have IDD?
Yeah, low cognitive low.
Cognitive plus autism. So this is very I don't know how much to talk about it right now, but I'll say it shortly. Okay, we can.
And he has no interaction with us, no interaction, not visual, nothing.
Yeah, this is very, very common in those types of kids, but we can, talk a lot about it in the next sessions, whatever Liron will arrange. But the thing that I would do with him is to look for sensory ways to reach him, whether he likes to see things very shiny, or whether he likes to touch things. Okay, just look for something that draws his attention. Okay, in the sensory world. Through the sensory world, through the senses, you can get a communication. But this is a very, very slow way to go. Okay, a long way to go.
Sure.
You have to be patient.
Yeah.
But this is a short answer. I can tell you a lot about it in the future.
Okay.
That was a very important question, but as Amir said it, the answer is more complicated and it's more like a process of answer. But
Yeah.
it's a beautiful question that shows us the connection between communication and sensory room. So those are two issues that we just spoke about in this webinar. And thank you, Slovakia Dagmar, for asking this question, because you just summarized everything that we can
for
use.
those type of kids, by the way, I use the Snoozland room as a therapist to achieve communication in a very, very low, nonverbal low students. So this
He
is
has 1 year of ABA therapy, just one-on-one, but no visual interaction from him. So
yeah, I wouldn't do
he's
it,
not
ABA, but this
social.
is very yeah. I disagree about the approach, but you know, we can talk about it much.
We can speak about approaches as many you know, we can do a webinar just for arguing about approaches. Treating
I have to say
autism.
that the Snoozland approach is always okay and always good and calming. So always good.
But seriously, from the professional vision of the thing, we know that research shows that many researchers show that no matter what approach you choose, the most important fact is to start as early as you can. Very early intervention is the key to successful treatment. And as the answer was, and as all this webinar was, the connection between the environment, between the sensory surrounding of the child, and between the connection, the communication. All those things all together can create a better journey and better results for this for this journey of this child and this process of treating him. So I think I'll summarize this webinar as a good start, and we are going to have more webinars. If you have any issues that you want us to focus on and that are more interesting for you, then you can send them to me as well. And I'll mention it for the last time. You're more than invited to contact me according to any consultation or any course or any longer sessions that you want with your staff members. And we'd love to be there for you and as Shalva Institute. And that's it. I think it's time to say good night, and thank you all for participating. And we'll be in touch. Thank you from Israel.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night from Israel.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Noah and Ami. We
Bye-bye.
really appreciate. We learn a lot. Thank you so much. And